About 50 yards from the steel swinger here. Let's see how she does. I expect it to hit a little bit high. Let's see. And sure enough, like we were talking about, it's pop instead of the bang. So we'll just get another musket cap. See if we can get a good ignition on this one. Well, I didn't get a ring out of it, so it probably went high. Let's give it another go. That's a solid hit. A little bit off to the right. So the Sharps is very well known for being a rifle of accuracy. That's why Berdan's sharpshooters during the Civil War ended up using the 30-inch version rifle versions. Let's get on the tripod and give it a look. We'll start off at 50 yards. Alright, so I had a pretty substantial hold under at 50 yards. I got a pretty good idea where I need to be aiming, but let's give it a shot so we can at least try and get some sort of group at 50. That's a good hit. I expected that one to go wild. The cartridge broke apart on me. Let's try it again. Alright, so 50 yards. My aiming point was right about here. And then of course I hit a little bit high. So I had these two solid hits. I did pretty good. This is from that cartridge that broke apart on me. I expected that one to go a little bit low. And you can even see from the splash mark, the charge was considerably less than the other ones. And that's because, yeah, basically half the cartridge broke on me. Now, typical to these guns, they'll start to foul out pretty fast. So I think I probably put maybe 4 or 5 rounds through it. So I'm just going to do a quick wipe down of the breech block and run a patch down the bore real quick. Now to take down that breech block, real simple. All you do is you hit that release right here, bring that down, like that, and bring the breech block out, like so. This has got a little spring and pin in there, so I gotta be careful about that. And I'm just gonna wipe them down real quick. Alright, and after a quick wipe down and a bore punch, just going to put it all back together. Now you don't have to do this as often as I do it. I just want to see how it does at 100. This is the first time I ever took it out that far. So I want to make sure that the action's running pretty good. So we're going to see, and I want to kind of clean that bore out every once in a while just to make sure that everything stays nice and clean so I can get some good shots in. Well, it's pretty easy to disassemble and reassemble very quick. And it's just a good practice to do some quick maintenance between the shots. But just like that, it's that easy. I'm ready to go again. We're at 100 yards, so let's see how the carbine does. I haven't tested the rifle at this distance yet, so we'll see how we do. Some of these cartridges are being a little bit finicky for me. I don't normally like to cut them off like that, but that's just the way it's ending up, so let's give it a go. Hopefully these sights should be good at 100 at this point. Might still be a little bit high. Yeah, I'll aim a little bit low on this one just to see. Alright, it looks like that'll be a center hit, so aiming low seems to be the way to go. Let's try aiming for that same spot. Just a hair under. Yeah, that seems to be doing a trick. I can't quite tell where the impact is. We'll take a third shot just to make sure. You might notice that each time I take a shot I blow down the barrel. Well, there's two reasons for that. in case I still got any unburned or finished off embers in there. I want to try and blow them out, maybe out the barrel or just blow them out completely. But also, it's an old trick to have the moisture from your breath to help keep the fouling soft in there. All right, let's get this third shot. Some of the shrapnel that came off the plate hit my spray can. Yeah, right there. Let's see how we hit on the plate. So 3 shots, 3 impacts. That's kind of a wide group there. Since I was holding low, I kind of get it, but that's pretty wide. But they all hit on the plate. One in the head there, a little bit off to the right, and one centered. Probably give a couple more shots at 100. Let's just see how we do. There's a more consistent group right there. 1, 2, 3 shots. All pretty much in the same spot. A little bit off to the left. But that's okay. For a 3/4 man size target, open sights at 100 yards, that's not bad. Especially when I've been having cartridges bust open on me, but it's doing a pretty good job. Let's see if we can get out a little bit further. So while I get things cleaned up a little bit real quick, and you can see some of the difficulties I've been having with it. And I'm in a pretty controlled environment here. Very low stress, nobody's shooting at me. I'm having to clean up the sharps every couple of shots. Well, with them fouling out so fast, I think this thing fouled out, and this is pretty solid after about 6 shots. Cartridges falling apart on them, the whole 9 yards. You know, you gotta wonder, what was it like? What was it like fighting like that? Probably wasn't very fun. All right, 150 yards. Let's see how we do. Might still be a little bit high. Sure enough. I'll take that. Aiming right around the head of the target. So he's got problems, but still a fun shooter. Kind of hard to quit when you get started. There we go. Alright, I'm going to clean the gun up real quick. So 150 yards, let's see how we did. My aim point was right about here, so I started hitting low. So I'm thinking, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look like 4 hits on there from this round. I'll have to count how many rounds I shot. I know it was more than that, probably like 7. There she is. That's the 200 mark.